Thanks for watching our kitchen renovation series so far. The next few videos are going to kind of happening all at once as we're completing things. I just wanted to break them down into kind of easier to follow topics. So today is going to be all about building this kitchen shelf. As you can see, it's a super strong shelf holding all of our plates and cups. So if you're doing a similar project in your kitchen, you can probably use the same tutorial, and whether you finish it to match your cabinets or do like a wood wraparound, it should still be applicable. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to get all the next videos. Thanks. Shelf here to hold all of our plates and glasses, so it needs to be super strong. What I have is a 2x2 piece of lumber, and I'm going to put it in place here. It's cut to the right size, and then I'm going to level it and then drill some pre-drill some holes and then drill into the studs, which I have marked here, 3 studs.
I was originally going to build the shelves in place, but then my husband decided that it would be stronger if we built a frame, kind of like a wall frame, and then set it into position. We made sure it was level on all sides, screwed into the studs, and also attached the shelf to the side cabinets. We made sure to pre-drill a hole, and that ensured that the wood wouldn't split, but it also gave us a nice guide to help our screws go into the pieces.
I just cut a piece of board on top, and I'm going to screw it in from the bottom because I can't really get the drill in from the top, and that way our top will be seamless. For your top board, if you were staining it, obviously you want to use wood. You would also do like a nice front face, but because we are going to be painting everything, I also have a little hardy board that I'm just going to put here and then underneath, and then it's all going to be patched and painted to match the cabinets.
A couple things I should mention. I was having a bit of difficulty holding my top board down while trying to screw in from the bottom. It kept separating. What my dad figured out was that if we just put a piece of blocking, in our case a piece of 2x4 cut to the right size, it would wedge between the cabinet bottom and the board, and that way it was nice and flush. The other thing I should mention is that if you do want a wood look shelf, you can attach a wood front instead of a hardy board piece. In my case, I just glued down and then used a nail gun to attach the hardy board to the front, and then I clamped and glued on a piece to the bottom. Once it was set, I removed my clamps and then added some patcher to cover all the seams and all the nail holes that were on the bottom. I do a similar method when I talk about finishing your Ikea kitchen, which will be discussed in a different video. Once all the patch was dry and sanded smooth, I taped the edges, primed the hardy boards and the back of my wall. Once that was dry, I added a coat of paint that matched my cabinets to my shelf. It was looking really good so far. I just had one last step, which was adding the backsplash to the little nook in the cabinet wall. I wanted to add the backsplash so that it kind of looks seamless throughout my kitchen. I do still need to add it to the bottom part of the wall. Feel free to design your kitchen the way you want. You could always build a shelf after installing your backsplash, which would probably be easier when you're doing your backsplash because you wouldn't have as many little tiles to cut. But I wanted a shelf that was as strong as possible, and that meant installing it before adding the backsplash. Finally, I was able to load up my shelf with all my dishes. I will have a video later on talking about installing the backsplash, so stay tuned for that.
Thanks for watching. Again, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to get all the next videos. One thing I want to mention is check out my Instagram. It's the same thing, Madness and Method, same spelling in the URL, just add Instagram at the front. I go into different details about the kitchen, kind of give daily views or weekly views at least. So follow me there, check out my stories, and if you can't follow or you miss something, just check out the kitchen highlights.